Are there any among you with the courage to face me? By code of the old ways, I stand ready to meet any who would face me in direct combat.
Could Sphere influence him to come at me?
Wait, pardon me?
Greetings, and welcome to episode 5 of Crucible of Fate. I'm your host and killer DM, David Carter, and I am super excited for the game today. We've got a great cast of contestants for you and some fantastic games set. So I think it's going to be really interesting and really entertaining. Before we get into the action though, I just want to say we still have lots of spots left on Crucible of Fate. I think we're about half full right now, so there's still room for plenty of people, and I encourage all of you to sign up and send in your characters. If you want more information about Crucible of Fate, how it works, how to apply, just go to crucibleoffate.com. All the answers, everything you need is there. And there's also some links to all the videos that explain what the show is about and how it works. So before we move on, I just want to take an opportunity to thank my generous patrons. The fact that you guys are supporting me like this month to month, it means a lot to me. I can't really express it except to say thanks so much. So Seafoot Games, Jonathan Warren, Brad Searing, Carissa Brabant, Piotr, Jake Holm, and Wyatt. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. The last point I want to make, I just want to encourage everybody, if you're watching this show and you find it entertaining and you're enjoying yourself and enjoying the content, please click subscribe and click the little bell to get the notifications when a new video comes out. I never thought I would need to say those things, but just looking at the metrics, only about 45% of my viewers are actually subscribed. So I know there's a whole chunk of you out there that are enjoying the show. I just encourage you to subscribe so you're not missing any of the episodes. That is all the notices from me. I'm just going to switch the camera up here so you guys can meet all the beautiful contestants for today. Let's meet our contestants for today's episode. Starting in the top left, we have Brendan.
Hi everybody, my name is Brendan. I'm the second generation of Damie to be on the show, and I'm excited to finally prove that I'm the better D&D player.
Nice, bit of intra-family competitiveness, loving it. Thanks very much, Brendan. Glad to have you here. Next up, we have Corbin.
Well, my name's, as you already heard, Corbin, from Michigan. Been playing D&D since D&D Advanced, whatever the second edition was called. Ready to play, ready to win.
Awesome. I like that optimism, Corbin. Happy to have you here on the show. We'll move now to Joseph.
Hi, I'm Joseph. I'm from Northern Ireland, and I'm not a legacy like Brendan. And I'm looking forward to playing.
Thanks, Joseph. Looking forward to you playing as well. Okay, now to the bottom left, John.
Hey, my name's John. I'm from the P&W. I'm a big old nerd who loves D&D. And I'm here to die spectacularly. I want to give a shout out to my friend Josh, who turned me on to this game and who also wants to be a contestant. So I wish you a glorious death, my friend.
Thanks, John, and thanks, Josh. Appreciate that. All right, move now to Sean.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sean, jack of all trades, master of none. I love making people happy, so much so that my wife is always saying that I am running for mayor of nothing. I do a lot of extrovert things. I've been an active performing drummer for 20 years. I host trivia twice a week. I'm a mental health podcaster, the Illest Couple podcast. I officiate weddings, and next weekend I think I'll probably go to the mall dressed as Buddy the Elf because, sure, why not? I'm super happy to be here with everyone. I appreciate all of you. And the last thing that I want to mention is just a quick shout out about mental health because it's very important to me. Mental health is health. I've just met all of you, but I just want to say that you all matter to me, and I genuinely mean that. Even after these sessions, if any of you dudes ever need to talk, you can always reach out to me. I'll make myself easy to get a hold of, despite us barely knowing each other. And to anyone who's watching, I have no direct affiliation with these groups, but I think they're great resources, and that I would suggest visiting and donating to NAMI.org or the TrevorProject.org. And then I guess in the immortal words of Megatron, I will say that power flows to the one who knows. Desire alone is not enough. Good luck to everyone.
Excellent, Sean. Thank you very much for that intro. And just on mental health, I just want to also say, Sean, thanks very much for that, for mentioning it. I know there's a couple of guys on our Discord server, you included, that are always there and ready to be available to talk to anyone who needs it. So any of you out there, please come and join our Discord server. It's a great group, and obviously there are people there that are interested in D&D, interested in Crucible of Fate, but are also there if you need someone to talk to. So thanks very much, Sean.
No, Dave, I guess you said we could mention this, so I'll throw this out there too. I said that if anybody needs to talk, you can get a hold of me, and that really goes to anybody out there. You can find me, I guess, let's go with Instagram. It's at Sean on the drums.
Great. Thanks, Sean. Okay,
Thank you.
Last but not least, Ethan.
Hello, I'm Ethan. I am from the Midwest, where it invaded Texas, and I'm about knee-deep in thesis work right now, so I look forward to playing with you all, and hopefully this all goes well. May the best three survive.
Thanks, Ethan, and well said, and thanks for taking a break in your thesis work to join us for the game today. Appreciate that. And he's right. You know, everybody that joins this game always says, I hope I'm not going to be the first to die. Well, take comfort in the fact that only one of you is going to be the first to die. So the other five are going to be doing just fine. Okay, now that we've met the contestants for today, we're going to jump into the trailer, and when we come back into the game, we'll be in character in the Fate's Hand Tavern, ready to start the show. See you in a few minutes, everybody.
It's time. Bring them. Offer them riches, offer them glory. I don't care. Just bring me their souls.
As you wish, Master.
Yes.
You think you have what it takes? Every roll can mean life or death. 120 contestants. Who will survive? Who will win? It could be you. This is high stakes D&D.
As the darkness begins to fade and your senses slowly return to you, the soft footfalls of the being you now know to be Dregs can be heard as he moves towards the center of the ring of contestants that is slowly being illuminated, and you can once again see those that remain alive in stasis. He pulls out a scroll and begins to unravel it as the dim blue light reflects off of his horrific mask, the details of which you can now see look like a face melted by acid or flesh dissolved by some horrific unknown attack. His gravelly voice echoes out from behind the mask. When I call out your names, you'll be freed from stasis. And this means it is your chance to enter into the Crucible, to test yourself and possibly move one step closer to freedom. In no particular order,
Here are tonight's contestants. Astian Lim, Brolo Roundbelly, Hey You, Zorai, Murdev Trodes, and Koho. And as your names are all called out, you drop to your feet, stabilizing yourselves as the feeling returns to your feet. You take a look around at the other contestants that have been named, those you will be facing peril and potentially in mortal combat. Dregs looks in turn at each of you and just motions for you to follow as he takes a couple of steps towards some magically lit torches in the distance. As you take a couple of steps, these torches are no longer as far away as the room seems to shift and envelop you as you see elements of stone walls with wooden elements beneath it, some strange architecture and writing within the trim of the wood. The room seems to grow around you as you move forward, and you suddenly feel thousands, tens of thousands, perhaps millions of eyes set upon you, watching your every move, as the eyes of truth begin to assess you and judge and begin to place bets. You feel these eyes piercing through you, knowing that none of your actions will be hidden from them, even if they are hidden from your fellow contestants. As you stand in the center of this torchlit room, Dregs and a couple of other shadowy figures take steps back, kind of opening up the space around you. A familiar figure emerges from the shadows as you see the host of the Crucible of Fate stepping forward. Theramgul, with his fine clothing, hard to tell if it's black, dark gray, or like a deep blue, with some silver trim lining it. A dark beard on a angled face, piercing eyes that look at you with pure amusement and the occasional glints of hatred and disdain. He looks at each of you in turn. Welcome, all of you, to the Crucible of Fate. I am Theramgul, and it is my pleasure to welcome you here into this great competition. I am sure you may be a bit overwhelmed at the moment. Perhaps some of you are scared. This makes me happy, and I get great delight that only 3 of you will be moving on to the next round after tonight. You see, the eyes of truth and the many denizens of the abyss look forward to the entertainment that you will be providing to them this evening. But first, in an effort to generate some sort of familiarity with you all and between you all, I would like you all to introduce yourselves. Please keep in mind that you will be playing 3 games this evening, potentially.
we seem to be only playing 2 half of the time. There's been a lot of unfortunate premature deaths, but planning will only get you so far. At any rate, 3 games this evening, 1 death per game, and 3 of you moving on at the end of the night. As your host, I am here to answer all of your questions and make your stay, no matter how brief it may be, as comfortable as possible. So, enough from me. I tend to go on forever. Let us meet you all. So, we'll start with Brendan.
Okay, so you see this, it's a confusing figure standing about 6 feet tall with a round pot belly. He's dark gray skin and on his arms sort of falling out of the cloak with this big bushy red beard that sort of falls almost all the way down to his waist. His cloak, you can see, is sort of hiding a belt that you can see holds at least 1 or 2 daggers. You're not quite sure how many, as well as a longbow and some arrows strapped to his back. And he sort of kind of just stands to the back of the group, not really looking at anything or noticing anything, just kind of standing there, keeping his face hidden beneath his cloak.
Thank you, Brolo. Nice to meet you. Hey, you. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
So you see not a very big turtle. He's only 4'6", 369 pounds. Fairly hefty in his weight department there. He has a black semi-short top hat on, a pipe sticking out of his mouth, and along his waistline is 6 daggers, and he's got some javelins hanging over his back. You see a warhammer gripped in his one hand. The one thing that you do notice, he's kind of an oddly colored turtle. He's got a bright green shell with a single red dot about a third of the way from the bottom, almost in the center. Other than that, you just think, it's a turtle.
Excellent. Welcome to the Crucible, hey you.
I plan to get out of here.
Well, everyone does.
Go back and care the colonel that sent me here.
I wish you the best of luck in your escape. Coho.
Okay, so you'll see Coho, he's just standing there, just in awe of the abyss, being like, I can't believe I got here. He is a mediocre looking elf, by at least elf standards. Short, he has hair going up to here and sort of like a rip-off of Shrek Prince Charming kind of hairdo, but silver. He wears rusted armor with a cloak over it, and on his belt there's like a satchel full of different herbs and vials, and he carries with him like this large, like dark wooden oak staff that's all gnarled at the top.
Thank you, Coho. You're all so quiet today. That's okay. You're saving your energy for the games. I can appreciate that. Let us turn now to Murdev.
You see Murdev. He's a Heron for those who don't know, a rabbit person. He's clad in a weathered dark chainmail, and in his left hand he holds a black shield with imagery of what appears to be a crescent moon on the side of it, and a fanciful, perhaps elven, warhammer in his other. He's kind of rubbing his head, and at first it looks like he's a wild hair. Poofy cheek fuzz that makes him look like he's been electrocuted, yellow eyes that also pierce through the dark, and a deep scar running like a sunset along his jugular. But as he appears to shake himself off, take a deep breath, his face falls into that of one of calm contemplation, his madness being replaced by a perceptive acuity. He puts on his cap, which has 2 slits for his large ears, and he'll smile and he will address the fellow competitors. I don't know if I deserve as many second chances as I've been given, but I'd be a fool not to take them. My name's Merdev. I'm a warden, a protector, and a healer that defends against horrors such as, and he'll point to the host. However, I understand that I've earned my place here as much as any of you. Out of me, you can expect a trustworthy ally and an empathetic ear. Make no mistake, this trial too will not break me. Just another night to weather. And I'll kind of slink back as well.
Well spoken, Merdev. We now turn to Zorai.
Before you see a humanoid about 6 foot tall, about 26 years old. He's got he's not wearing armor, but he's wearing a shirt that has sort of like the sleeves. Everything goes around the neck and then down his arms and his sleeves. But then his torso is fairly uncovered outside of a large waistband that looks almost like a cummerbund, and some shorter pants. And he's bald. He has but he has a scar in the shape of an X above his left eye. He seems rather meek. And he says, "Greetings, everyone. I am Zorai, born Zoreth. Zorai is the name Meridian blessed me with on a fateful night. He told me that he would speak to me through those that I meet. I have been sent here to praise and pay tribute to my goddess, so that I can explain the condition, the humanoid condition, the people condition, of course the turtle as well. And I do this through my writings, my journals, and even my paintings. I am all focused on discipline, and I mean no one harm other than what must be done in order to, most importantly, ensure my survival. That is what is important to my people." And then he lifts his head up and he opens his eyes, and you can see his bright green eyes. His skin is very tan. His pupils are more slit than you would normally see in a humanoid. And he says, "It is a pleasure." And then he steps back and just sort of bows his head and listens.
It's nice to meet you, Zorai. And now, finally, we will hear from Astian Lim.
Astian is a heavier individual. His hair is just barely visible underneath his helmet as he walks, and is clad in a steel shining plate of armor. Not quite plates, but layered chains almost. He's holding a shield, which is emblazoned with blue and silver, with the silver being in the shape of an eagle. And he has a warhammer and a maul at his belt. He is very large for a human, and he is, and the bit of hair that you can see is graying, with the little bit of blonde that's left fading out as he walks forward. Well, the scales have brought us here. It is time for us to see who will live and who will die. But I am here for one purpose, and if you help me in that, I will help you in yours. Make your own choices.
And what an ominous ending to our introductions, Astian. I like it. I am glad that you have all had an opportunity to speak and be heard, for this little seed of familiarity can be the beginnings of camaraderie and possibly friendship, which makes it all the more sweet when one of you must plunge a blade into the other, or perhaps blast them into oblivion. Speaking of the beginnings of this camaraderie, I will now give you all 5 minutes to talk amongst yourselves before we begin the games. So your time now is your own for 5 minutes, gentlemen.
Coho is going to go up to Merdev and just like, forgive me for asking, but how did you find yourself here?
Poor choices, I suppose.
Poor choices.
Very, very poor choices. Yourself?
Oh, I'm enamored with this whole place, to be honest. Trying to find my way here for a while. So exciting.
Poor thing. Why? What drove you here? And he'll light a candle, actually.
I was gonna look at, just keep looking at the candle and the lights, just like, oh, you know, there's an energy here, and I'd like to know more about it.
Well, at least you came here willingly.
I certainly did not come here willingly. The Colonel tricked me.
That seems to be the running theme.
Zerai lifts his head and opens his eyes, and he says, while I probably would not have chosen to be here, given that my people are from eons and eons of slaughter and slavery and just terrible things, Meridian has shown me a different way. Compassion and sanity. I'm looking forward to just seeing how we handle situations, and you're all fascinating already to me and impressive.
It is
Steps back
interesting
again
that you
and bows
invoke
his head.
scales here. This is the place with the least sort of respect and justice.
He lifts his head again and opens his eyes and says, respect and justice can take you much farther in a given situation than insanity and hostility. Clear focus, a clear mind.
Yeah.
It will lead you.
Yes, I suppose we're on the same page there. But sometimes we're going to have to tip scales in our favor, just to survive here. Are you willing to do that?
While I do not share many of the same characteristics as my people, my lineage, my race, the one thing that we all have deep in our blood, our DNA, is the desperate need for survival by any means. And I will not hesitate to do what I must to ensure that.
Then I suppose we are the same. I look forward to working with you.
1 minute.
Sarai bows his head and steps back.
1 minute remaining. If Brolo or Hey You, if you guys have anything you want to say.
So, am I understanding that most of us are not here on our own accord?
To be here on your own accord would be foolish.
I agree.
I was not forced to be here, but when my goddess speaks, I listen.
Our duty calls, I follow.
Find it so fascinating.
She has saved my life from a terrible, terrible existence that could have been. I will never deny her wish.
Okay, that's just over 5 minutes, guys. I just want to give a last chance for Brolo and Hey You in case they want to say anything.
Well, I need to get out of here, and I will be willing to help any of you because the Colonel has to pay.
Well, you all have had some interesting things to say to one another. It's always intriguing to know what is going through your minds at this time. This period of adrenaline and fear and the potential for courage and bravery and great deeds, or abject failure and death and suffering. So many options. Speaking of options, we now need to select our first game. I will call on Brolo. Could you please roll a d20? Don't know why I'm saying that in character. This is a DM thing.
Although pulls out his dice, just throws it across the table. So it's all 12.
You sense the eyes focus in on the die that you have rolled. Very curious to see what is the result. And you notice too that the host kind of unnaturally, almost in a reptilian kind of way, just like slinks forward, his face close to the die. A 12. An even result. I think you all know what this means now. Hunter and hunted. As a reminder to you all, the only way for this game to end is if the creature that awaits you is to slay one of you, or if as a collective you are able to slay them. Of course, you are permitted to kill one another in this game. It will, in fact, shorten the duration of your challenges this evening. However, it may just increase the odds that you are the next victim. That being said, I just wanted to be clear. The game will not end until you are victorious or one of you dies. And with that said, I now need... Hey you, why don't you roll a die, for we must see which creature awaits you.
The anticipation is killing me here. 17. 17. Ah, yes. Oh, I cannot wait for you to meet what awaits you in room 17. And with that, we must start our initial round of intermission actions. So, to determine the order in which this will be taken, I need you all to roll initiative, please. Okay, so Coho 23, Heiyu 22, Zorai 21, Astian 19, Murdev 18, and Brolo 15. Does that jive with what everyone thinks they have? Yep, okay. Greetings, Coho. You are the first contestant into the intermission action stage. So tell me, with your initial intermission action, what would you like to do?
I would love to get some spell components just to make sure I'm ready for the rooms.
Very well. What would you like to buy?
I would like to get a gilded flower that's 200 gold pieces worth. Yeah, that's all. That's all my shopping that I would like to do. And I don't really want to buy anything else. I'm a little worried about some of your wares.
Are you sure you don't want to at least take a look?
Oh, okay.
As you approach the gift shop and finish making your component purchases, you can see some of the more select items off to the side in what looks like glass display cases. You see a flat iron, like metal rod about 18 inches long. You can see a small glass vial filled with transparent liquid, with a sliver of like crescent moon shaped stone within it. Under tier 2, another vial with clear liquid within it. However, this liquid is floating at the top of the container, and you can see cloudy white impurities drifting within it. Another glass container is filled with yellow fluid streaked with black that swirls on its own. And then lastly, a mote of energy that is seemingly shifting as you gaze on it. It kind of flicks through various forms of armor as they cross through your mind. It can take on any form that you would like. And lastly, a fairly long, two-handed black blade with wisps of shadow continuously emanating from the blade and then fading away after several inches. So, you have seen what is available. Coho, is there anything else that you would like to purchase?
Coho has proficiency in herbalism and the poisoner's kit. Could he try and deduce what some of the vials are?
No, I'm afraid no taste testing. Part of the fun here is purchasing it without knowing what it does. Otherwise, it would be too easy of a decision.
Coho is... He's visibly, he's very torn about some of the tier 1 items, but he's
Coho, that these items could be the difference between life and death.
No, Coho's gonna take a step back. You can see his hands are shaking a little bit, being like, should I, shouldn't I? But he's going to restrain himself. And he's gonna thank you for letting him see all these wondrous items. But he's gonna take a step back out of the gift shop.
No problem. I understand, Coho. It's enough for me to see that the indecision is killing you. Take care and good luck in the games.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome to your first intermission action, Hey You. So, what would you like to do?
I would like to try to parlay with, how's his name pronounced? Ashian or?
Astian.
I think that's how his name's pronounced, yes.
Okay, well, I hope it is him, otherwise this will be awkward. Greetings, Astian. You have been summoned to the Parley Circle by Hey You. Do you accept or reject his invitation?
Oh, I have no reason to reject it yet.
Very well, gentlemen, I give you 5 minutes to discuss whatever it is of great import to you at this time.
So, how do I pronounce your name correctly so I don't insult you there?
Ashtian is good enough.
Ashtian, you seem to be very honorable and like to protect the weak and innocent. I tend to like to protect
I think you've misread me.
Oh,
My duty lies to my lord and to no one else. Those who are weak have no one to blame but themselves.
very well. I was thinking that maybe we could join together, but maybe I misread you.
Our ideals may be different, but our goals are the same. We could
I tend to like to
work together, but I
okay.
don't think it would be long-lasting.
Well, until that time comes. Why don't we work together?
Well, until such time comes as we need to abandon each other, I suppose we shall.
Very well. Looking
I
forward
wish
to
you
it.
luck in your search for revenge.
Oh, not revenge. I'm going to put him... Oh, yes, revenge. Looking forward to working with you.
I look forward to benefiting both of us.
Very well. Thank you for your time.
Very well, gentlemen. I will see both of you when the intermission actions have ended. Best of luck. Welcome, Zorai. It is your turn to declare your intermission action. What would you like to do?
He lifts his head up from a bow as he is normally positioned. After meeting my fellow contestants and companions to some degree, I feel somewhat of a desire and maybe even a kinship to this interesting creature, Merdev. I believe I would like to speak with Merdev, if I may.
Very well. I will call Merdev to the Parley Circle. Just one moment, please. Merdev, you have been summoned to the Parley Circle by Zorai. Would you care to accept or reject his invitation?
I will accept.
In that case, gentlemen, you have 5 minutes to discuss whatever it is that is on your minds.
Greetings, Zorai.
Zorai raises his head. Merdev, I believe. You are a fascinating creature, and listening to you speak, I was moved. you seem to carry a lot of shame and regret, if I'm reading you correctly. And I remember you said that you don't believe that you deserve as many second chances as you've been given. And if anyone would understand that, it is me. My people are known for their atrocities. I am grateful to have been rescued from that. I do not know where your beliefs lie, and that is not what I'm here to question you about. But I just want you to know that should you feel lost, Meridian has arms large enough to console all of us. And she has been so wonderful to me. And I remember you speaking about how you described yourself as being trustworthy and empathetic, and I respect that. You know, harm will come to all of us, but it does not need to be the only way. And I too am empathetic, and I felt your pain when you introduced yourself to us. May I ask you about the mark you have as emotions?
Oh, that.
There's no judgment here, my friend.
Frankly, it was, as much as it still pains me, probably was the best thing that ever happened to me. Sometimes it takes a shock to set you on the right path, as it were, and I would not be who I was today, who I am today, without it. Zorai, I also felt kinship with you and your beliefs. I could sense that you also feel similarly, and I respect that.
I am a man of faith and discipline. Otherwise, I believe I would be dead. If I may, and I begin to extend my hand.
I'll take it.
I place my hand on your shoulder, and I simply say, Merdev, I believe whatever it is that we are about to experience, ultimately, we are all here for our own survival individually. But 3 of us will not leave today alive. I believe I will not be actively seeking out aggression with anyone. But believe me, should anyone try to harm me, I will not take that lightly. And I believe that it would be beneficial for us to look out for each other. If I believe in wrongs and rights, and I am not a judge, jury, or executioner. But I cannot stand by and watch someone actively wrong someone else. That is not what I believe. And so I would look out for you, so long as it did not directly compromise my own life immediately. I'd be interested in looking out for you, and I would ask that only if someone were to wrong me, that you would look out for me as well.
Zorai, my friend, if I may.
You may.
Follow you. And I will oblige.
It is by Meridian's word and Meridian's blessing that I have been brought to you today. It is incredible how situations can present themselves. I did not know that I would meet someone who, within seconds, could sense their anguish internally. And should you ever want to share your burden
5
with me,
minutes is up. I hate to interrupt this heartfelt moment. Actually, no, I don't. I enjoy it. You have had your time.
I bow my head.
Good luck
as well.
to both of you.
Welcome, Astian. It is your turn to declare your intermission action. What would you like to do?
Well, I would like to speak with the other of the scales that I know. I would like to speak with Zorai for a time.
The parley circle it is. Greetings, Zorai. You have been invited into the parley circle by Astian. Do you accept his invitation or do you reject him?
It is by Meridian's word that I will accept.
Very well, gentlemen. You have 5 minutes to discuss whatever it is on your minds.
You mentioned Meridian yourself. Do you practice?
As devoutly as one can practice, she has saved my life. Literally.
Well, I have seen the scales in many times, and I have seen the power behind them. I also follow the same path. Would you like to work together for a bit? Until such times as we are weighed and found wanting.
6 of us entered today, but only 3 of us will live. If what you say is true, and you two follow the word, the followings, the teachings of Meridian, I feel as though there is no option here. I feel like it is as close to a fateful meeting as there could be. I would very much welcome your kinship. Tell me, how did you come to be one with the teachings?
I was brought up within my house. We were not followers of any one god at the time. We had our nation just escaped a great and terrible war. But the war had decimated us. To tip the scales back, well, my lord took it upon himself. I became his weight, and with that I found that the scales of right and just respect for those around you fit a much more personal connection than the others that my family had claimed.
Just as I have spoken to someone else, and I feel it would be beneficial for you to know this as well, because 3 of us will live and 3 of us will die. And I immediately felt the pain of that rabbit-like creature. Merdev. I spoke with Merdev, and I wanted him to know that he did not have to live with regret and suffering. And I want you to know that I believe that Merdev will look out for me, and I believe if you showed concern, that he would for you as well.
I have also spoken with another. I believe you're right. I believe Merdev will be a useful weight upon the scale. I was called to speak with the turtle, AU.
Interesting
I spoke
character.
with him. Yes, he seems to have misunderstood my position, but we have come to a little bit of an agreement.
Interesting.
We have agreed to help until we cannot anymore. If that time comes near or far is yet to be seen, but I do not believe this to be the most fruitful of endeavors.
As you know, with Meridian comes the importance of discipline and loyalty. And I am loyal, and I am honest, and I am focused. So, you will never have to question my loyalty. If you and I should ever come to blows, it will only because there is no one left standing.
I agree. I will not raise a hand against you until such a time as we have no other choice.
By Meridian's word, I am grateful to have met you, my brother.
I am grateful to have seen another bearer of this weight upon our arrival
Excellent.
here.
I'm happy to interject in your interaction here. It has been 5 minutes, gentlemen. I can afford you no more time.
Very well. I wish you good luck.
Blessings to you.
Blessings to you.
Okay, see you guys in a minute. Greetings, Merdev. It is now your turn to declare your intermission action. What would you like to do?
Indeed, it is. As much as it's not really in my character, I want to go shopping.
Oh, how delightful. Anything in particular that you're looking for, or would you care to browse the gift shop?
I would love to browse your wares.
So, as you turn to follow Theramgul, it takes but a moment for the environment around you to shift, and you suddenly find yourself in front of 3 display cases. So, welcome to the gift shop. You have had time to peruse the items. Is there anything here that you wish to purchase?
Indeed, there is. I find myself in need of a new suit of armor, and although I barely have the strength for it, I would like a suit of plate mail.
You see at this time in Tier 3 that mote of energy shifts and stays constant at plate mail armor. So, you would like to make your purchase final. Is this just for tonight, or are you keeping it permanently?
As permanently as these games can be, I suppose.
Very well. Permanent it is. So although the item will stay with you for the remainder of your time here, perhaps too, so will your consequences, of which there will be 3. If you would like to roll your first time on the wheel of consequence, please, Merdev. -17. -2 intelligence.
Oh boy. Okay.
Second roll, please. Ooh, a 1. You are now slowed.
That's awful. I would love to use a fate sphere to try.
Of course, you are fully in your right to use a fate sphere. Please roll again.
Thank you.
7. You are now considered frail. Any con-based checks or saving throws are made at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, then we shall have your third roll.
It is 6.
6. How fitting. With the discussions that have been happening, you are now shamed. Your charisma-based checks will be at disadvantage.
I have to say that is all too appropriate. I don't think I could re-roll that if I wanted to.
Very well, then your consequences have been given to you. Now, your armor is plate armor +2 of acid resistance.
That's beautiful. I thank you from depths of my heart for your kindness, host.
Please, no need to thank me. Your consequences are thanks enough. Is there anything else you would like to do at the gift shop, Merdev?
Yes, actually. I would like to buy 2 health potions and a rope.
Silk or hemp?
Hemp. I do not have need for such finer control.
Humble man. Then please, just deposit your gold into the receptacle to cover the cost, and we are finished here.
Indeed.
I wish you the best in the games to come, Merdev.
I wish that you find the abandoned these games. Fun.
What a strange thing to
Take
say.
care.
I cannot abandon these, for my fate is tied to their outcome.
Maybe you could change it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, well, now it's going to be a disadvantage, so that's perfect. I would happily give you a persuasion check. Yeah, that's it. I roll twice.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I think that's 6. Did I roll twice? I meant to say.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so a 6 and a natural 1, so...
Oh!
Okay, just one sec. Your words are very touching, however, I, for one, unlike you, wish to go through life without shame. So, perhaps you should focus your empathy on those in the games with you, not on myself, who does not need it. I will see you should you be lucky enough to return, Merdev.
Merdev will kind of frown and just bow slightly. And back.
Greetings, Brolo. I apologize for the wait. These things cannot be helped, but it is now your turn. So, what would you like to do for your intermission action?
I would like to parlay with Ethan, if possible, or Astian Lim, I believe is his name.
Very well. Please stand by as I attempt to contact him. So, Astian, you have been summoned to the parley circle by Brolo. Would you choose to accept or reject his offer?
There's no harm that can come from talking.
Very well, gentlemen, you have 5 minutes.
Okay. I'll keep this brief. You seem like a close quarters combat fighter to me, but is that assumption correct?
Well, I have experience in most forms of combat. I can hold my own at a distance too if I must, but I am better up close.
Well, I will say I'm not necessarily a close quarters fighter. However, my specialties lie more in the supporting from range, I suppose, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. What would you propose?
I would propose that I could support you from range if you so desire. You seem like someone who is interested in surviving this whole thing rather than the pedantics that our Yonti friends seem to have going on. All his...
Well, my goals are survival, yes, but I think it would be unwise to dismiss one simply because of their beliefs or the way that they speak.
I don't mean to dismiss them. It's more... He seems more interested in creating friends than truly surviving this hellhole, per se. I, of course, could be wrong, however, it just... He ruffles my feathers, maybe, if that makes sense.
Ruffling feathers is a common response. How about this? I can help you, and you will help me through the first 2 games. But in the third, we'll both be on our own.
That sounds agreeable to me.
Well, tell me, how did you end up here?
Well, I wish not to speak much of it, but I did not survive very well on the mortal planes. Perhaps I found my back being stabbed by a thieves guild by my own guild master, but hard times I fell upon. I do not wish for such a fate.
I understand.
Yourself?
Yes, I understand. Betrayal, but not of me, but of my lord. I just happened to be under oath to follow him into hell itself. Little did I know how literal that would be.
Indeed, indeed. See you well. I look forward to working with you in the battles to come.
I will trust that you will have my back, and I will have yours.
Indeed.
Okay, very well, gentlemen. You seem to have hit a bit of a lull in your discussions. I trust you are finished.
Well, there is more to discuss, but it is not the time nor the place.
Indeed.
Then it is time for the first game to begin. I wish you both the best of luck.
Having completed the initial intermission actions, you all find yourselves standing once again in front of the host of the Crucible of Fate, Tharamgol. With a wicked-looking grin on his face, he says, "It is my favorite time of the evening, gentlemen. We are about to begin the first game and perhaps see the first blood spilled. If you would all please follow me to the gallery of the gates." And he turns around and begins to walk, and once again the area around you shifts, and you move away from the stone and wood combination of the tavern proper as you enter through an open archway into a much larger open room filled with columns of monoliths of some sort of black stone, perhaps obsidian. Some of them are already lit up. And he stops as he gets to the front and motions towards one at the front of a line and says, "This is your portal for the first game, gentlemen. After you." And he motions with his hand.
And Heyu just steps forward and walks towards the portal.
Hello?
Good luck to all of you, as he steps forward and places a hand on it.
Coach is going to rub his hands. So exciting, so exciting. He's going to walk through.
Zerai just observes as everyone else goes in ahead of him and just sort of takes a quill and begins to journal everything that's been going on and everything that is now beginning.
Meredev will follow and just kind of bow to the host and say, I hope you enjoy.
Thank you. I am. And I will.
And then I will follow lastly.
As you all step through the portal, everything goes black. You immediately feel hands grasping at you, pulling you forward. These hands are all manner of sizes and strength. Some are clawed, but they're all working together to pass you roughly from hand to hand forward deeper into the tunnel. As you become accustomed to this uncomfortable feeling of being passed around like a commodity, a voice begins to echo around you as light begins to emerge at the far end of the tunnel. As you're being brought closer and closer to the light, the words of this voice can clearly be heard by all of you. As it appears, there is some sort of monologue beginning on the other end, and it says, Citizens of Araya's Gate, I am Suvek, a Varian, champion of the lost, first among those that remain. Behind me, a legion of wanderers stand united under my banner, ready and eager to lay waste to your city. Before we crumble your walls, slay all that oppose us, and add you to our ranks. By code of the old ways, I stand ready to meet any who would face me in direct combat. Send me your champions. Should they defeat me, you will have salvation, as my army will leave this place and not return for 1 year. So, are there any among you with the courage to face me? And at this point, you emerge from the tunnel, having been pulled by the final set of hands. All of a sudden you find yourselves on a plain of dirt. As you adjust to the dim light around you, you see a massive army ahead of you, not 90 feet. Standing in front of this army, a 20-foot tall being, nothing but shadow under a full helm with massive spikes coming from the top. 2 glowing red eyes are all that you can see in the darkness, other than his dark full plate armor, a very gothic style, and a massive 2-handed sword on his back. Behind you, the walls of a walled city, its front gates closed behind you directly. And as you appear and kind of gather your senses and see where everybody is, he looks down upon all of you. Excellent. Your champions have been called. I salute you, warriors. And I wish you luck in this battle to come. Let us get it out of the way. And that's where we will start this encounter of Hunter and Hunted. Beginning the initiative order. Meredev, you are up first.
Meredith's going to keep it simple. He's going to run straight for those rocks, try to get a little bit of cover. And I'm going to use my Channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary. And Meredith will just kind of hold up his shield, and a little bit of moonlight will streak down and just kind of illuminate him. And I guess 30 feet around him.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will also use my bonus action to... No, I'm not going to do it. Cool. That will end my turn, actually, and I will get my temporary hit points as well.
Okay. You have to roll for those, or is it a fixed amount?
I have to roll for it, and it's a d6 plus my cleric level.
There. Excellent. Okay, that's it for Murdev. Next up is Brolo.
Okay, I will also sort of run off to the right.
Actually, one sec, sorry. Murdev, what's the radius of your light?
30 feet. Let me just double check that, though. Almost there. Yeah, 30 feet.
Okay, I don't have one big enough. This is 25. So we'll just go one more square around that. Just keep that in mind.
So you can start me off by just moving the 6 squares, like literally directly to my right, sort of towards that rock outcropping, but not directly at it.
Okay, straight to the right.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 6.
Yes. And then I will pull out my longbow and take a shot here. 16 gonna hit.
A 16 whistles past the helm of this massive knight. He does not even flinch.
Okay. Then I will take my bonus action to get behind directly behind the rock outcropping from him. Just using cunning action.
Okay, cunning action dash to move beside Murdev.
No. So like 3 squares to my right, just behind the rock.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 squares directly right here.
You can. So I can't really see forward 2 more now.
Yep. Right.
Yeah. There.
There.
Cool. And that will be my turn.
All right. Excellent.
I'll grant him the temporary hit points as well.
Okay, and it's the same as your roll?
I believe it. No, it's not the same. It's just another roll.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
So 6 temporary.
Okay. Cool.
Coho, you are up.
How far away is the big bad from me?
So currently he is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 feet.
45 feet. Okay, I'm going to move over to the rocks to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my action, So is he within 30 feet now?
He's 35. If you move to here, he'd be within 30.
Okay, I'll move there.
Okay.
With my action, I'll summon my wildfire spirit next to him. So can he make a dex save?
Yep, for sure. I'll put him here.
Yep.
That's a bonus action or an action?
It was an action.
Very well. Okay, and he has to make a dex save.
Yes.
Is that wildfire spirit, is that considered magical? Is it specifically stated?
second level, you can summon a primal spirit bound to your soul. As an action, you expend one use of your wild shape feature to summon your wildfire spirit.
Okay.
So
For damage, it is specifically fire damage, which is
it is fire damage.
magical.
Okay. So did he roll? So is that a 12 for him?
It is a 17.
Okay, well, he succeeds. And then with my bonus action, I'll have my spirit, who is named Mimai, to use fiery teleportation. So can he make another dex save?
Yep, will do. This time it is a 10.
10, okay. So he's going to take 1d6 plus 2 fire damage. I'll roll that now. So 8 fire damage.
Okay.
And Mimai is teleported 15 feet closer to me.
Okay, 15 feet closer.
And then with my movement, I'm going to try and get more in cover with the rocks, if I have any left.
That was 6 squares. 30 feet.
Oh, okay. That's fine then. And that will be my turn then.
Okay, Astion.
As he steps forward. Well, in respect to our own weakness, would you grant us that this fight is decided when one contestant dies, and he is going to head bonus action dashing using a key point off to the right behind why can't I remember names?
Straight right?
Behind Murdev. To about behind Murdev. And bonus action dashing, so I'm gonna have 12 spaces of movement here.
12, okay. Oh,
I'm trying to get as far into that as I can.
okay, right there.
Yep. I believe that to be about 40 feet to him, right?
30 on the diagonal.
30, okay. 30 on the diagonal, okay. I don't really have too much I can use here.
That dash using a key point, is that a bonus action or action?
That is a bonus action. That is Step of the Wind.
Okay.
And I will use my action to throw a hand axe. Disadvantage because of long range.
Okay, go ahead and throw at disadvantage, please.
Crap, that's what's good.
So you hurl your hand axe. Your aim is true, and you guys all see it kind of careening through the air, and it digs in right into the shoulder, penetrates through the armor of this creature, and kind of like moves for a moment. Go ahead and roll your damage. Nine. He just kind of like looks down and pulls it out and just whips it down to the ground and just stares menacingly at you, Astion. And that's it for you. Hey, you.
So, as a bonus action, he rages.
Okay.
And he moves his full movement right towards Big, Tall, and Ugly.
Okay, and full movement 30 or 40?
Is his 30.
That gets you to there.
All right, and as he's moving forward, he pulls off one of his javelins off of his back there, and tries to stick the, as I said, Big, Tall, and Ugly.
Yep. Drum roll. A 7. So the javelin goes low, right between, like under where his hand is, just as he was kind of reaching up to grab onto that axe. Your javelin went right underneath his elbow and actually continues on into the army of undead behind, and there's a dull thud as it impacts somebody and a body hits the ground.
Well, got somebody.
Next up, it is Suvek Arvarian's turn. I'm gonna roll a d6 to see who he's going after, and I'm gonna assign these numbers. So number 1 is Astian, number 2 is Brolo, number 3 is Heyu, number 4 is Zorai, number 5 is Merdev, and number 6 is Koho, and that'll stay throughout this encounter. So, first attack. A 6.
Can I use a Fate Sphere to change that?
Yep, you certainly can. I'm going to mark off that Fate Sphere. And I'm going to re-roll a d6. A 4. Zorai.
I'll use a Fate Sphere.
Okay. And you can see as he's walking towards you, he's pulling the sword off of his back. And the shield kind of like comes down over his arm on the other side. And he begins to kind of like do a bit of maneuvering with his sword. So with that second Fate Sphere being used, it is now a 5 as he begins marching towards Merdev.
I'm going to use a Fate Sphere on that.
Oh, man.
If we get all the way back to me, I swear.
Yeah.
Love it. Everybody's twitchy. It's great.
It's not even aimed at me, and I'm just, no, I don't want this.
That's very kind.
Wow, you shouldn't have planted that flag.
Koho.
I feel done dirty. Okay.
Okay. So he begins moving towards you.
So, does he go within my reach?
Well, yeah. You're engaged with him now. 4.
Okay.
And then now he has left your reach.
Am I able to do a strike at him?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an attack roll. Although for your action, you pulled out a javelin and threw it, correct?
Yes.
You are currently unarmed, so you can punch him if you would like, or if you have anything else.
I will strike out with one of my claw strikes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll. An 8. He just strides by as you try to claw at him, but are unsuccessful. So he's gonna climb up onto the rocks here. So he's up on the rocks. I just don't want to balance him. He's just glued this morning, so I don't want to crack him off there. So he looks down at you, and with this massive longsword, goes to strike. A 28 to hit.
Just about does it, yeah.
Close one.
For 12 damage, slashing damage. Plus
More.
25 necrotic damage.
Does that 25 added on to the 12?
That's correct.
Well, I'm down.
Well, that's not great.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Seeing Koho drop. Is your wildfire concentration, or is he there for the duration?
Let me just check.
Okay, while you check, for his second strike, he will turn back to Hey You and use the final bit of his movement. Not unaware that you took a swipe at him, he brings his blade down for his second attack for a 28 to hit.
I think that might hit.
For 8
Yeah.
slashing. Reduced to 4 because of your rage. And 15 necrotic. Reduced to 7 because of your rage. Do you have an answer there, Coho?
No, it's still up.
It's still up. Okay. For his third and final attack for the round, seeing as he did not do as much damage as he expected.
Okay, what was the total of the first?
It was 11 total. After
11 total.
After rage reduction.
Okay.
Sorry, second swipe. That's wrong, ignore that. Third swipe, pardon me, is a 15 to hit.
Misses.
And that is the end of his turn. We are at Zorai.
Zorai, observing what has just happened. Zorai does not have the ability to heal someone right now. Zorai is going to move 40 feet. Let's see. So, if you could just move me diagonal, like back to my left. So like to, let's see, 7 o'clock. Yep. Back towards the gate. Let's see. Go like 5 or 6 spots, and then go left.
Okay, that's 30 feet of movement there.
Okay, so then you know what? Move me two spots over to the right. All right, left. I mean left. Okay. Perfect. And then how far? So how far is he from you right now?
60 feet.
60 feet. All right, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot an arrow at him. Actually, can I reach? How far away are his minions?
From where you are now, they would be 110 feet.
Okay, well, I've got 150, I think, on my base range, so I'm actually going to shoot at one of the minions.
Okay. No problem.
Can I not do that?
You can do whatever you would like. However, from your
I don't like the way you
vantage,
said that.
from all of your vantage point, it appears to be a near endless horde of undead.
Oh yeah, and I don't like that at all. By the way, you were mentioning earlier. What's the light like? Is it actually like technically dimly lit, or is it we can see fine?
It's dimly lit here.
Okay, so with dark vision, I can see fine.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, now I'm gonna shoot at the big guy.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, please.
Thank you, sir. A 15.
15. Your arrow misses as it flies by off into the distance and disappears into the crowd.
And I whisper to myself, "My goddess, that may have been a blessing in itself. Protect me."
So that ends.
I'm done.
Round 1. We are now at the top of round 2. Merdev.
Perfect. I will move 20 feet to the south.
20 feet
And-
back towards the camera.
Yeah, back towards the camera. And then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on this very friendly creature.
Okay, Sacred Flame. So you need a dex check.
Yeah. Save.
Yeah, dex save. Does have advantage. It is only a 6, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, that fails. That's great. Ooh. 1 point of radiant damage goes off.
You see a spark of divine energy glance off of him and a slight little jolt. You see the red eyes just come up a little bit, glaring in your direction.
Meredith's ears just kind of go. And I will use my bonus action, to cast Sanctuary on myself as well. And that will be my turn. Yeah.
Okay, and just for clarity, Sanctuary provides you with...
Sanctuary's weird. You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack.
Okay. Alright, sounds good. Next is Brolo.
Okay. I'm going to take another shot with my bow here. Best.
Attacking with your bow. A 23 connects. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Let's see. And then there'll be sneak attack on top of this as well, because Corbin is right next to him. I forget your character's name, but here's the first roll of this. Here's the 2d6. Don't have to manually double it, but another 10 on top of it. On top of the 11.
So just one sec though. You fired last round, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so you haven't stealthed or broken line of sight. You say there was something?
I haven't stealthed yet. No. But it's so sneak attack. It's
with
not.
advantage.
I don't have to be, because there's an enemy to the person I'm attacking within 5 feet.
Got you. Yeah.
And I get sneak attack.
Yep, got you.
And after hitting him, I will take this opportunity to attempt to break line of sight with the rocks. I don't know how tall they are compared to me or how much cover they're affording, but if you could move me to do that, if that's possible.
Yep, no problem. Just gonna record the damage here and mark off your attack. And then I will move you just to here, which is enough. As you just kind of crouch down, that's enough to break line of sight.
And then I will use my cunning action to hide.
Right.
Stealth roll for that. And that is my turn.
Hey Dave, for my notes, can I just ask you the enemy's name again?
Yep, it's Arvek Suvek Arvarian.
Thank you very much.
No problem. All right, next up is Coho. I need you to make a death save, please. Death saving throw.
Yeah.
An 11. That is one success for Coho.
And then Mimai, he gets to move. Since I'm down, he can just do what he wants. Mimai is going to use... How far is... How far is Hey You from Mimai?
15 feet.
15 feet, okay. So Mimai is going to use fire teleportation again. And he's going to take me with it. So you can move my almost corpse 3 squares diagonally down.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and that will be my turn.
Okay, and he, with that fiery teleportation, you can be
He does.
incapacitated.
Needs to make another dex save. Yeah.
Yep, which he'll do, but you can do that if you're incapacitated. Like he can carry you.
Yeah, he still has full abilities. It usually takes a bonus action for me to command him, but if I'm down, then he can just go.
Right, so he got a 12 on his dex save.
Okay, so that will be a d6 plus 2 fire damage. So that is 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage. Excellent. Astian. Give you a different perspective there.
How far am I from
45.
everything? 45. Okay, 45 to them. And the aura extends a space beyond where it's at right now, right?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna center it a little better here too.
Okay.
That's about.
Yep. Okay, thank you. How far is it to Coho? Probably what, 60?
75.
75. Ooh, okay. Yeah. No way I can get there. I'll go 20 feet forward and actually 25 feet forward, so that I'm 20 feet away from our Arvarian. And I don't think I'll be able to stay inside of the aura, but that's fine with me.
Okay, so you're moving 25 feet directly towards him, you mean?
Yep, directly towards him on the diagonal,
Okay,
if I can.
25?
Yep. Yeah, I want to end up 20 feet away from him, is the goal.
So you're 20 feet away from him there.
Okay. Then I'm going to hurl a hand axe again. This is my second hand axe. And my last one.
25, another direct hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah. Hold on. There is a thing I'm forgetting here. I'm just double checking the crit rolls. I'm sorry. It's just double dice, right?
Oh, sorry. I'm used to roll 20 where it gives you a different color. So go ahead and roll your damage dice, but yeah, do 2 of your main damage dice.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, it gave me, it told me that I crit. It was just I wanted to double check that I got that part right. Okay.
And then my house rule is
6.
that you have to you'll always deal at least half damage for the total possible.
Hey, Dave, if it helps also, guys, if you roll a crit, if you right-click on your damage thing there, you can actually select to roll as a crit roll.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I got the crit dice roll.
Oh, yeah,
correctly.
dude, yeah.
Okay, so that is 9 damage.
Okay. And then I am going to bonus action patient defense, spending a key point to use the use the dodge action as a bonus action. And I'm going to back into the aura again. The last little bit I have of movement.
1, 2, that's another movement.
Merdev, can you grant me a little bit of help here?
I grant it.
Okay.
I'll roll it for you.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask who
That's fair.
Thank you.
Okay,
You get 5 temporary hit points.
Hey, you are
Thank you.
up. Give you a different vantage point here.
I am going to circle around to let's see, now it's I'm gonna stay on him, but I'm gonna go towards the rocks here. Around him.
This way?
Yes, that way.
Okay, how many spaces?
As I'm doing that, I'm pulling out my warhammer to and I'm gonna strike at him with the warhammer.
Okay, so you want to be here? That's 20 feet of movement so far.
Yeah, that's pretty good right there.
Okay.
And you gotta be joking me.
He blocks your swing with his massive boot to the point where you almost lose your grip on your warhammer. Any bonus action? Actually, I should slap my own wrist. I shouldn't have said that. Is there anything else that you would like to do, Corbin?
Well, hey, just sits there and looks at the fact that his hammer is face first in the dirt there, and shakes his head, and that's it.
Okay, next up is Suvek. So I am going to roll once again to see who he is going to go after first. That would be number 1. So tired of having axes lodged into his chest.
I'm going to spend a second fate sphere.
Okay. Second fate sphere.
Yes.
Reroll. Astian, we're getting some Lucius action here.
Oh, God. Well, if it is to be, it is to be. I have... Yeah, I'll spend one more. This is the last one I'm spending that.
Fate sphere it is. This time it is a 6, which is Coho, but he's already down. It would be against Suvek's code of honor to strike an enemy who is down, while others remain on their feet. 5. Murdev is now in his sights.
I accept.
As he begins to stride forward out of the range of...
Hey, ugly! Don't go away! And I swing at him as he tries to leave.
Okay, go for it.
$21.
21 would be enough to hit had he not used his reaction to parry and add 6 to his AC. Sensing your clawed hand coming, he just brings his sword back and turns it so your claw hits the flat edge of the sword. He just strides away without even looking at you.
Actually, he struck my warhammer there, but whatever.
Yeah, warhammer, yeah. My bad.
Potato pa hammer.
Can I ask how much he just moved?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay.
Yeah. unable. He's gonna then use his action to. Lucky for you guys, he was going for someone out of his range. So that's it for his.
I can't quite tell. Did he end up exiting my range, or
No, he's right in the middle.
no? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. That was what I wanted to check.
Okay, Zorai.
Can you please spin the board so I can see behind? There we go. Okay. Outside of having a healing kit and a wisdom DC, outside of being able to heal directly, and outside of feeding a potion, is there anything that I can do to help an unconscious player stabilize?
I can't answer that for you.
Okay. What I will do, let's see. So if I'm looking at this, how far away am I from Coho?
35 feet.
All right, I appreciate you doing that, by the way. All right. Well, all I can do is all I can do. I don't know if this will be considered my action, but I'm going to go over. I'm going to move over to Coho. I'm not going to fully kneel, but I'm going to crouch by his side. I'm going to place my hand on his chest, and I'm just going to say, Meridian, whether or not this creature realizes it, he is one of your children. I ask for your blessing, and that you assist him where I cannot.
Okay, I can only allow 6
And I say a prayer.
seconds. Yep. Cool.
Okay, I say a prayer, and then I stand back up, and I step 5 feet back.
Okay.
Is that my action?
No, I would let you talk for free.
Okay, and then I'm going to pull out my longbow, and hey, here's a question: can I shoot at the guy, but miss him intentionally so as not to provoke him?
You certainly could.
Does that make sense?
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
You read me.
I understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Nobody understands the words that are coming out of my mouth. I'm just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. All right. All right. I'll attack him.
Okay, go
with my
ahead and give
longbow.
me your attack roll, please.
Thanks. You dummy.
22.
Hi.
Your arrow sinks into his back right above the shoulder blade. Please roll your damage.
All right. I am not going to use Kensai shot. I will just do 1 damage.
Okay.
Oh, plus, yeah, it's 1 plus a 3, right?
Yep.
So there you go. That's that.
Right, 4 total damage.
And I am. I'm gonna use. God. I'm gonna use a key point and take the dodge action, or take. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, right?
Use a key point.
I'm gonna use patient defense. That's the one. I couldn't think of the name, but sorry.
No problem.
Thank you.
So ends round 2. The top of round 3, where you're back to Merdev.
Oh boy, I think I'm going to run. I would like to move at least towards the direction of Coho and Zorai. 20 feet, but kind of back towards the doors a little bit, if I could. And I would like to use my action to cast Resistance. So,
Okay. As you step away,
he would take an attack of opportunity if he had a reaction left.
He used it to parry.
on his turn. Yes, you were right. He does not have one currently.
Yeah, that's smart move there.
Okay, and sorry, I was so focused with my own excitement there, I missed what you said. I'm a terrible DM. So
It's okay.
No worries.
It's okay. We all are.
Murdev, you moved away, and then you said you were using your bonus action.
No bonus action. I'm just casting the spell resistance on myself.
Casting resistance. Okay. Excellent. That brings us to Brolo.
Okay. I am going to once again shoot with my longbow. Roll. That's not going to do it. Okay.
Shot goes wide.
Upon missing, I would like to go. Let's see here. I would like to go 30 feet diagonally towards. I guess it would be the right of my stream, but I'm looking at away from, sort of behind, I guess, the barbarian.
It's 30 feet, you said?
Yes.
So that's 20 there. Do you want to keep going around the rocks or back?
No, keep going diagonally.
30 feet.
Okay. And then I will use my cunning action to go another 30 feet in that same direction towards the horde of undead.
Okay. 30 feet? So that's 20. 30 would get you...
Okay, so just go 10 feet then straight parallel to the horde of undead. And that will be my turn.
Coho, I need you to make another death saving throw, please.
Yes.
That is a pass.
And let's see. How far away am I from like behind the stones?
You are 15 feet from like the center of the stones. The ones closest to you are 5.
Okay, but it would be like, okay, if I was like to teleport 15 feet of teleportation, can I get behind the stones?
So 15 feet, you're in this square here. Would get you 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
But actually, I would say here.
Okay.
I assume with fiery teleportation, they need to be able to see the destination.
Let me just double check. I just want to move back that 15 feet. And would... would Zorai be considered my ally in this, or...
That's up to you.
I'm good with it.
Okay, so Zorai can teleport with me 15 feet back, so he doesn't take fire damage.
I'm good with that too.
Okay, and what range does he have to be within your...
He just has to be within 5 feet. He just needs to be within 5 feet of Mimai, but Mimai can still move. He has 30 feet of movement, so he can get between us.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll move him around the other side.
Thank you.
Okay, all good?
Yeah.
Astian.
Going to pull the Warhammer off of his belt and take a swing with it. See how this goes. Not well.
He parries your blow with a very precise and swift motion of his sword.
Okay, I'm going to use bonus action. No, I don't have that because never mind. I'm going to go 30 feet out from him.
Towards
Brolo.
Towards Brolo?
Yep.
Okay, 30 feet. As you step away...
He still doesn't have his reaction. Gonna double check everything. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, hey you. You are up.
Yes. So I'm going right back towards him. Full distance I can go,
Okay.
which is 30 feet.
30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're still, he's 10 feet away.
10 feet away, okay. Well, I will, in my movement, I will exchange, my Warhammer for a javelin.
Okay.
I will try to stick him with the javelin, even though the last one took out one of his minions.
$13 is not enough to hit.
And I'm not within distance there, so I can't do anything else. Oh, no, I can't throw a dagger, could I?
Only if you had multiple attacks.
I don't think I do. Let's see where.
Just one question. Can you throw offhand?
Well,
no, your Warhammer is not a light weapon.
No, I have a shield in the other hand right now, anyways. So no, I guess that's it. I'm well, I can. Could I bonus action sprint up to him there?
Do you have cutting action?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, unless you have a way to generate movement with your bonus action.
No, I don't think I do.
Okay. It is now his turn. I'm gonna roll a die, see who he will attack. Number 1 is Astian.
I will use a fate sphere to make him reroll.
Oh, Rollo burns a fate sphere.
Hey! Come
This
get
is
me.
repaid.
A 5 is now heading towards Merdev.
Ugly, stop running away.
I will use a Fate Sphere to reroll that. I don't want to use any, but I'll use it just once.
Okay, that is your 3rd, I believe? Second. Yeah, I think I marked one of Astian's off as yours by accident.
Yeah, I've spent 3 today.
Okay.
One of them was on near death.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, kindness is repaid.
Alright, re-rolling. This time it is a 4. Zorai.
So could a Fate Sphere influence him to come at me?
Wait. Pardon me? Who?
A Fate... I'm trying to remember. Can a Fate influence outcomes? As in, like...
Yeah, you could burn one to re-roll to see who he goes after.
Okay, so not Back the way I was thinking there.
Yeah, I think he was asking if he could redirect it at him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Okay.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I'm just give me a sec to think about that one. I'm trying to think if like bringing it on you should be allowed with the use of Fate Sphere. I mean, you're asking for it.
That's a big burn too.
Yeah. It's a
pause in
it's a risky
the game.
gamble.
What do you guys think of that?
Well, are you calling him a chicken? Because if you call him a chicken, then I don't think there's any question.
Personally, you have the social rules in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, look, if
This
you're
could be argued to be a social rule. He's
the way I
trying
would-
to convince him that he's the bigger threat.
well, the way I would look at it is this: Fate Spheres are no joke to burn.
Yep.
So if you're willing to burn it, and the reason you want to burn it is because you want the boss to attack you, I mean,
Yeah.
that
makes sense. It works.
Why wouldn't you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, hey, if you want to take that risk on, man, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would also lean towards it being one of the social roles.
I would agree with social roles as well. I mean, it makes sense as in terms of like intimidating to come towards you and or something on, persuasion or whichever one you wished it to be in terms of those social rules. But it definitely makes sense as one of those.
I think it's pretty cool.
Can I throw one more thing out there, Dave?
Yeah.
If I can decide to use a Fate Sphere to say that the boss can't attack me, it would seem sufficient then that someone could also use it to have the boss attack them.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree with that logic. The looking down the road, way down the road, like level 12 to 15 barbarians.
Yeah.
That's a big damage soak down the road. But you've only got 6 if you want to use them. I don't see why you couldn't. You know what? I'm going to add that to the rules. And we'll carry on. And Corbin, you get your wish. You can have the big bad attack you.
Corbin, out of the game. You have my respect, man.
Yeah.
Paladins of Conquest are very, very happy right now.
Put some truck nuts on the back of your armor.
I think we have a copy laying around somewhere.
Okay. Let me just bring that up. All right, getting back into
Dude's
it.
smoking a pipe. He's not scared.
So,
Moving for it.
our resident Turtle Barbarian just used a Fate Sphere to attract the attention of Suvek, our oversized Death Knight here. So with that, he raises his sword up to you in a salute and will unleash his first attack, which is a 22 to hit
Okay.
for 8 slashing
Plus 4.
plus 23, so 31 total damage. Or
I want to use a Fate Spear to. We use a Fate Spear to, make him re-roll on that.
okay, so you can make him re-roll. You mean is to hit? You want to give him disadvantage or like re-roll his to hit? That's what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. So second Fate Sphere, he will redo his first attack. A 20 to hit.
That hits still.
Okay. I'll redo the damage. This time a 7 in slashing. And 27 in necrotic for a total of 34. You're raging, so let's cut to 17.
Yeah. So that's 17 plus what? 40 said?
No, 17 is after your rage.
Oh, 17 total. Okay.
Second attack. A 25 to hit.
Jeez.
Or 8 slashing.
That plus 11 is absurd.
Plus 14. So... Okay. Oh, wow. What? Okay, yeah. So that's 27 total. Your raging is 13. With 13 total damage.
Ooh. I can't remember. Was this really a foolish?
No. There's a character.
It was bold.
You saved some lives.
It was bold. So his third and final attack.
Oh, this was a. Oh, jeez. Oh,
A natural 20.
Yeah.
So.
Fate Spear.
Okay.
Yeah, has to be.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
Good use.
Third Fate Sphere. I will redo the attack roll. It's only a 14 on the die, which is 25 to hit.
But it's not a nat 20.
It's not a nat.
It's not a natural 20.
Or 13 slashing.
I'm down.
Plus.
No matter what.
Plus 24. So a total of 37, which is 18 total.
Yeah, well, I'm down.
Okay, and with that, hey you, the turtle is felled in combat. Which leaves...
Not dead yet, but down.
You know what? Not dead yet either.
Next up is Zorai.
Can I make one statement here?
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody notices, he does have some stuff hanging off of his belt besides his daggers. That appear to be maybe some vials.
Okay, well, we'll ease off on the metagame. I think some of that might have been covered in your character description.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No problem. Okay, Zorai.
All right. I've got 2 downed people. So the gentleman that just fell, how far away is he from me, and what do I see when I look over at him?
So looking across the way, you just see him lying on the ground, bleeding from 3 massive wounds across his body. He is currently 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 60,
too much.
60 feet away from you.
Unfortunately, I cannot reach him. How about, am I still right next to Coho?
You are 10 feet away.
Okay, when I look at Coho, do I see, okay, you know what? I'm going to go back over to Coho.
Okay.
I'd like to search Coho to see if I can find anything that resembles a healing potion.
Okay, so go ahead and use your action. Give me perception or investigation.
Okay. Well, that's not great.
So Coho, do you have any healing potions at your belt readily accessible in plain sight? No. Zorai, you do not find anything.
Okay. I sigh deeply as I am trying to make an effort here. I just take my hand and I just gently brush it across his forehead. I stand back up, and I am going to. Can I move around? It's hard for me to say. So, can I just get back by this corner of the rocks here where 13 is?
Yeah, right here.
Yep.
Yep, that's 10, 15. Let's say 20. Get you here.
Okay, and then can I just sort of like crouch behind that?
Yeah, I mean it's half cover normally, so you can crouch behind it for full.
All right, I appreciate that. Because I used my action already to search him, right? So.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. I'm done.
Okay. So ends round 3. Top of round 4. Murdev.
This is not the right choice, but I'm going to do it anyway. Merdev, running away at the moment, will turn and see Heiyu's bravery. And he's about 20 feet away from me, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, 25.
25. Can I get up to him with 20 feet of movement?
Yep. I'll say his feet are in that square.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm casting a Cure Wounds at Ursula.
Okay. Murdev uses an action to heal a fallen contestant. Go ahead and roll hit points. So 9. Hey, you have 9 hit points back. You are conscious but prone.
Okay, so in D&D Beyond, what, hit the success things there, or?
If you just change your hit points, I think those will disappear.
Oh,
you can
okay.
manually adjust your hit points, I believe.
So how many was it?
9.
9.
Okay.
Okay, Murdev, back to you.
Merdev will simply say, your courage is noticed and not forgotten. And he will use his bonus action to rabbit hop away.
Okay, you use your
in
rabbit
the direction he was heading.
Rabbit hop ability. So you're heading this way?
Yes.
Okay, and how far are you rabbit hopping?
It only goes 10 feet, so it's not great, but it's something.
I'm just gonna place this here, but it's center on you.
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Right, Brolo.
Okay. More shooting of the longbow. That's 4. Fail. Okay.
His
More running
massive
away
shield
then.
just deflects the arrow without moving.
Frollo sort of grimaces and kind of lets out some expletives under his breath, taking after his father a little bit. And then he will run 30 feet once again, parallel to the horde of undead, away from the big band. And then we'll take a bonus action to continue basically towards the edge of the board, just in that same direction. Cutting action.
6, yeah, that gets you to the edge of the board. It's probably out of camera now.
Yeah, but that is my turn.
Coho, I need you to make another death saving throw.
Can I use a Fate Sphere?
You can. It's a Fate Sphere to re-roll.
Okay.
So 1 death mark.
Yeah. And how far away? Can you move the camera so I can see myself? Sorry. Okay, I would like to teleport myself 15 feet. So that'd be by the 12 mark.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say he can see that. There you go.
But he can fly. So he could also just go and fly up a little bit and then teleport me from 5 feet below. So
Understood. Astian.
How far is it to of Arvarian?
25 feet.
Okay, I would like to close on Arvarian.
Boldly stride forward to engage with Suvek Arvarian Death Knight.
Okay. Let's hit him with the Warhammer. Or not.
He deflects your attack with ease.
That's what I have for right now. And that is my turn.
Hey, you come back to consciousness. Careful not to give away any indication that you are awake once again before checking your surroundings. However, it is your turn. You have 9 hit points and you are prone.
I kind of like lay there and reach slowly down to, let's see, what is it I have there? Reach down and reach for my greater healing potion there.
Okay.
And
so go ahead.
bring it up to my mouth and suck it down.
Yeah. Okay, and I allow people to use actions as bonus actions here in the Crucible.
Well, okay. I'm not sure how in heck I roll this one here for that.
Just roll 4d4. So if you click on the d4, just click it again until you see the number 4, and then we'll just manually add 4. Greater is 44 plus 4, correct?
Oh, 4d4, okay.
Is it 4 or is it 8 that it's added to?
What is it again? Greater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought it was 4.
I think it's 4 too.
Yeah, it's 40.
Let me see.
44 plus something?
Plus 4.
Yeah, plus 4. But we can add that manually.
Yep.
Not too bad.
14. 14 hit points back.
All right. And I'm not, other than doing that, that is all I'm giving away is in my movement. I'm not getting up yet. So I am considered prone now.
Yep.
And that would kick in my, I think it doesn't kick in much more armor class than I would normally have, but.
No. In fact, he has advantage on attack rolls against you.
Well.
Okay, is that it for Hey You?
That's it for Hey You.
It's now his turn. And this is round 4. We'll roll to see who he is going to go after. A 6 would be Coho. He's already down and currently out of sight. I will re-roll that.
Small mercies.
4 is Zorai.
Okay. If this is a stupid question, forgive me. Does he know where I am?
He can see you. Oh, you're ducking down. Sorry.
Yeah, I was hiding behind the rocks.
Yep, no problem. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Thank you.
Brolo.
Go. Let him come.
Let him come? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, Brolo.
Oh, no worries. I'm fairly positive that I am far enough away that I should be able. Until he throws his sword at me.
Until he throws one of us at you.
That too.
He does begin making
there's a lot of weapons here.
arcane gestures.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you see a ball of fire and shadow beginning to merge together in his hand. And he unleashes that at Brolo. Brolo, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
15.
I think I'm gonna use a. Yeah, I'm gonna use a face here to reroll that.
Okay.
In hopes. Well, that's not gonna work. Okay, we'll stick with the 15.
15?
Yes.
That is not enough, as the DC is 18 on this. So this massive ball of fire and shadow is hurled towards you, Brolo. As you're hit for 49 fire damage and 43 necrotic damage.
No.
Oh my god.
Come on now. Well, alright. Yeah, I only have 27 hit points, so that would be instantaneous death.
Holy.
That was not how I expected to die here.
Oh my god.
Hold on a sec. Yeah, hold on a sec. Indeed, Dave. You just did 92 damage to a level 3 character. But you feel pretty good about yourself, don't you? Well, the truth is I didn't. And in an alternate timeline, I felt really bad. And I ended up pulling this punch. Took away the Hellfire Orb attack that this Death Knight did. Brolo didn't die. And we carried on with the game. And what happened then is it went to a draw and no one died. And it was very anticlimactic. And we had to pick 2 people to die by action points again in Crucible of Fate, which is supposed to be a deadly game. So clearly the killer DM is struggling a bit with the guilt of annihilating characters in massive attacks like this. But I put my big boy pants on and retconned to this point. So where Brolo was evaporated by this Hellfire Orb, that's where this episode is going to end. That's our death for Hunter and Hunted. The rest of the survivors will be moving on to the Fate's Hand Tavern, and 5-2 will begin with the intermission actions post Hunter and Hunted. So, lesson learned for me, no more punches being pulled. Round 1 of Crucible of Fate is meant to be deadly, and I will not be feeling bad about killing my low-level players anymore. Till next time, take care, guys. We'll see you in episode 5.2.